Okay, we're back for another episode of Diving Deep, episode 2. We've got Overdrive here for season 2, episode 2.
Fuck is up?
I'm wearing the same clothes as last time, even though these are going to drop probably like 3 weeks apart. It is what it is. I think everybody knows what that means. So without further
Keep up
ado,
with the
we're going to get
presentation.
right into this shit. So, we're in the
What up?
studio. First segment, in the studio. What is the meaning behind your name, and how did you think of it?
All right, so meaning behind my name was random as fuck. Like when I first started rapping, I went on like this rap name generator shit with my friends, and first shit that came up was Rap Time. Really, really cringy as fuck, but I kept it for like a year.
Time.
It's bad, really fucking
Yeah, that
bad.
may be one of the worst I've ever heard, to be honest.
Yeah, I was like in my fast rap phase where it was like, if you don't rap fast, you don't rap good. And I wouldn't really rap fast. I just kind of through shit. And I decided my name is gonna be Overdrive because I'm putting my words into overdrive when I rap.
It is
And then
it is better though.
It is better. I like crossed out the O so it looked more badass. And I just kept
Yeah,
it
that
since
definitely
then.
helps. I'm not gonna lie. It does make a difference.
I mean, I
It
thought
adds a
of
little
changing
mystery.
it. Makes it even harder to look up on Spotify and fucking YouTube.
That is very true. That part is not as good. You should have did it to a letter like 4 or 5 in.
Yeah. Fuck it though. I mean, I'm definitely gonna change it at some point soon anyway, since I'm like completely changed my image and shit. I don't know though. For now,
Yeah,
this is
doing
it.
stuff like that.
Yeah, I mean, I like completely changed the whole point of my music within like a year, so it might change. I got a few runner ups that I might change it to. You never know.
What is the music scene like in Italy?
The music scene in Italy, nah, it's all fuck, bro. Music scene in Italy is fuck. There's like
Is there a lot of artists?
There's a lot of like artists, sure, but artists in the sense that I make music in my room on fucking GarageBand, record over YouTube beats, and call myself an artist. No, not that many. There's some like interesting like singers in my town and Body. They like do indie folk stuff, some like more experimental dudes, but they don't really get any recognition. So it's mostly just trappers and shit, especially in the mainstream. Like it's all really, really, really bad trap. Like they crank up the auto tune so fucking much it doesn't even sound good.
What are like the biggest artists from Italy? Who is
So,
the biggest artist from Italy?
Biggest one is like Sfera Basta. Ever heard of that dude?
Nope.
So he got songs with like Diplo. He got songs with fucking yeah. He got some big ass songs. He's all right. I mean,
I know Diplo.
Yeah, I mean, the thing about it is like he started off being this kind of trapper guy, and he can rap well. Like he can rap. The problem is like he's so caught up in doing like shitty trap stuff that it's just not. He came up like in the SoundCloud era. Like he was basically completely stole Lil Pump's image, all of those shitty, you know, I guess mumble rap would be the term a lot of fuckers use, but it's just kind of the whole auto-tuned out, syruped out sound. He just kind of took that all the way to Italy, and people were like, "Holy shit, what's he doing? Oh my fucking god!" And then like it just took off from there, and a lot of people started copying his ass.
So what are 2 or 3 artists that you recommend for people to check out from Italy?
So there's one guy called Salmo. This guy does like, he's kind of one of the only really good rappers here in Italy because he's been doing shit since like the 2000s, maybe the 90s. And he did like punk shit. He has a whole album with fucking Travis Barker. He got some good shit. So if you're into like more gritty hip hop, that's really, really good.
Okay.
Then you can also check out this guy called, his name is fucking Mace. All caps lock, everything. He's like this producer who does psychedelic rock, some really, really interesting stuff with like modular synthesis. He got going on some ambient stuff. He released like a 4-hour album or some shit, super long songs. It's fire shit. Yeah, he's interesting if you're into like.
Mine was like 2 hours long when it had 40 songs, so that guy must have 100 something.
Nah, it's like 10 really, really long ass songs. It's good shit though if you're like into ambient. Then I don't know who the third one could be. Let me see. There's one guy maybe called he's called Gue Pequeño. I think his name's like inspired from some mobster or some shit. He's really, really interesting though, because he's also like from the 90s and he keeps making music. He was in this like rap collective called Club Dogo. He does good shit because like he's a rapper, like a genuine rapper, not just doing it for the money like a lot of people are doing it these days. Like he actually has a love for the genre, which is not something you see that much around here.
Well, I haven't heard of any of the three, so I will check them out and give my
nobody. Because even though they fire, like compared to American rappers, like they're still kind of shitty, honestly.
And this was, the same kind of conversation I had with Christian 10. He was saying like, all three of the big names that he listed. It's like I've never heard of these people. And he said it's the same kind of deal where it's like it's obviously like every country's got their top artists, but not as many of them are internationally known, you could say.
Yeah.
Maybe
the closest big name in Italy that could be known is like Maneskin. Maybe. They did like maybe you heard of them. They did like I think they toured with the Rolling Stones or some shit. Like they're
no hate and disrespect to these people.
No hate and disrespect. Like by all means, get your bag.
It just hasn't made its way to my ear yet somehow.
Yeah, I mean, more than that, the problem with the music, I think in a lot of like European countries in general, France does it differently. Germany kinda with the techno and the industrial music, but a lot of like mainstream music lacks like forward thinking, especially here. Like it's been kind of stagnating and stuck in the just straight up generic, straightforward, outdated trap sound for like years. It's like 10 fucking years that Italy's been stuck in this sound. It's like they're making the same shit that popped off with like in America in 2017. Like the sound in 2017 is identical to the modern sound these days, from the beats to the fucking even the mixing choices.
It might slap. I'm not gonna lie.
I mean, it goes hard. Like the beats are good. Like a lot of the beats in Italy are fire because the producers are talented as fuck. There's this guy called Da Supreme, as you probably haven't heard of him at all, but he's like. He does like this glitchy blend of hip hop and oh shit, is that fucking Socks?
That one's Timmy.
That's Timmy.
Lurking around in the background.
Damn.
Not having it.
He don't give a fuck. He's just sitting there. But like, there's some interesting producers who like blend jungle with glitchy hip hop, and the producers are pretty talented. It's just the vocalists I really, really can't fuck with.
Gotcha. So. A little more back into your music, I guess. What is your favorite project / song you've ever made? And then what did it feel like the first time that you listened to it back after finishing it?
I mean, honestly, my favorite song I've ever made changes a lot. I have a few
unreleased. This is like a common thing. I know the feeling, but at this very good moment, what's
probably my newest shit I just dropped so far that I made. It's called Apocalypse.
Which I'm reacting to today.
Which he's reacting to
it'll be
today.
Out before this video comes out, obviously.
It'll be already out. But like it's like this post-punk indie pop blend. I wanted to make something I originally wanted to make something kind of lo-fi sounding when I found like a really interesting sample. And my homie from the Red Flags, which is my band, he's a great guitarist and also a bassist. And we kind of made the whole demo, the basic skeleton of the track, within like a few hours. Like, was all put out in one day.
Wow.
I recorded the vocals like the next day, and obviously, like, it took me like 2 months to mix everything and get it all done. But it was like the whole concept of the song. The reason I fuck with it is because like I took, I guess, kind of a relatable theme, but I kind of fuck with how I displayed it through the lyrics, because the whole idea of it is running away from change, like fearing change. Like when you're dealing with grief, how every small thing that you see like brings that pain back up. Like everything small feels like this deep reminder of everything. And it's like you're stuck in this change, this like the whiplash of the quick rapid change just keeps keeping you there. And like every small thing you see digs it deeper, even unintentionally. And it's like talking about small details of how you're just walking around and you just notice how the trees change, like from the last time you were happy, and since you're snapping back into reality because of everything that's been going on, you notice how the leaves on the trees are no longer flourishing. Like the trees are now naked and everything, and that just brings back like the smell of how it was when you were last with this person, and then like the memories of what you were doing with this person when you last saw them before they went away, before they died, or before you broke up, I guess. And it's just a song about the little things feeling like bigger things. And
Very
yeah,
beautiful.
it's a bit of a banger. It's called Apocalypse because like this small thing is making it feel like the end of the world for you.
And for the listeners at home, they can go to the channel and watch the reaction/review already.
Yes, sir. When you're
out already, it came out like a week or two before whenever I dropped this. So if you're seeing this, it's already out. Go listen to it.
That shit is there.
And then two more questions related to the music. How do you navigate the pressure to constantly produce more content for the algorithm monster that hides under the bed? Because
honestly,
he's always hungry. No matter how much you give him, he wants more. And a lot of the time, he doesn't give you shit in return.
Yeah, the algorithm is something like I've always had trouble figuring out what I want to post and shit like that because I'm not really I guess there was like this definition I saw for Instagram accounts where you're a grower or you're a shower. Or like you either post consistently to grow your account and come up with all the content, or you just use your Instagram just to display your art and everything. And I'm definitely more into making like one post for whenever I drop a song or one really, really good like reel or whatever, and that's it. So I've always had trouble like figuring out how to consistently post. It's only with this like new shit I've started editing like little videos and shit, but it's hard because like the hardest part I think is coming up with content ideas, at least for me. Like I have a lot of trouble coming up with ideas of how I want to like really promote the song and get the message across without being cringe. Like I have some ideas, but like it takes a shitload of time. Like it really takes time, and you got to put a lot of work into it to edit.
Right,
like
you have to have the time to come up with the ideas, and then you have to have the time to go act on the ideas, and then you have to have time to edit the ideas. Then you have to have time to post the ideas.
And it's not rewarding at all.
Like, yeah, and half the time you're gonna get the same amount of likes every single time, no increase in followers. It's just how it works.
And Instagram ads be fucked too, because like I had this like cheat code I would do where I would promote it to like smaller cities and it would get a few more likes. Then for some fucking reason I posted something a while ago. I got like 5,000 likes, and all of them, like I'd say massive amount of them was all like Indian accounts, and I'm pretty fucking sure that was like bots or whatever. It's like I didn't even promote it in India. Like it was meant to be only in Italy and the US. It was weird as fuck.
Yeah, I could see that being a good strategy though, where you target smaller towns that you know like only a select amount of people are going to view it, and not many other people are advertising in that area. Therefore, your ads are going to take priority that way. I could definitely see that strategy doing something.
Especially in my town, I've started promoting really a lot of shit in my town because there's like the music scene here in Body is like dead. Like there is so not that much attention on artists, and all the more big artists here are fucking ass. Like I'm not gonna name any names, but there's like this band, which is probably the biggest band that's here. They managed to do some shit with Green Day as well.
Oh wow.
And yeah, I mean, the people, I don't know how they are. Like, I don't know if they're nice guys or not. I met them like a few times. They're all right, but I don't know them too well. But the music, Jesus fucking Christ. It's like 2000s pop rock, but made shittier and more cringe because these people, it's like they're just copying.
I was about to say, bro, and 2000s was a great time for music as far as I'm concerned.
Yes, it was a fucking fire year. But me personally, I
just that
know
century, just like 2000 to 2010, fantastic music. Even though like I wasn't around for most of it because I was a baby, but like listening back to it now, it's like fantastic music came out in that 10 years.
With fucking Radiohead and everything, yeah, it's like a crazy year. The problem is though, I have this deep just disliking, and I know I'm like very, very alone in this my disliking, but I can't fucking stand the whole new metal wave with Limp Bizkit and shit, or the Blink 182 Green Day era. I don't know. I can't stand those bands because they're so fucking cringy to me. It's like it feels like I hate I hate when music doesn't like let you feel what it needs you to feel, but it's like they're constantly waving keys in your face, showing you, hey, look how energetic I am, or look how sad I am. It's like shut the fuck up.
Yeah,
I
like
don't know.
it's not letting you kind of illustrate your feelings like you would be in a book, to where it's like,
Exactly.
this is what you need to feel. This is how. Yeah, I get
Yeah.
what you mean.
The same goes with even fucking pop punk. Like it's even worse with pop punk. I don't know. Just
Yeah.
me though. I know I'm lonely in this point of view because a lot of people fuck with these bands. I don't know though. In general, when you're like a band
Yeah.
like here in Italy and you literally have one source of inspiration, that's it. Your musical output is never going to be good. Like it's always a good idea to have multiple things you listen to if you're a small artist. Because you got to
Yep.
find your niche. That's the thing, and that's something a lot of people seem to be having trouble here doing because they just think that that by making music that will just appeal to the largest amount of people, then all of a sudden they're making good music. And no, like the fucking mainstream is proof of it. It's just it's kind of a generic thing a lot of people spoke about, and a lot of people in America are starting to get it, obviously, but people here are just kind of stuck in the past when it comes to music. That's the issue.
Yeah, you'll always have those groups that I feel like just like their turn up kind of background music is what I call it. And not that it's like not enjoyable. It's still enjoyable, but in a different way. You know, where you're playing this background music, it's just kind of the soundtrack to your life, basically, to where it's like you don't need to sit there and know and sing every word, but it's like it gets you amped up, it gets you going. That's what I
Exactly.
consider background music. And then there's of course the super, you know, in-depth music that you want to hear every word of and understand kind of the cryptic message that's behind it.
Yeah, like
There's
background
certainly
music
a difference.
will always get more streams because it's just easy to listen to. But I don't think songs that are listened to more in any way dictate a better song or a worse song. Like fucking
Yeah,
fucking
I
the
mean,
difference. Like we had an argument about this on the group chat, kind of about how like I'm a huge Kendrick Lamar dick writer, will always be, but my most streamed artist this year was fucking Kenny Mason, and it's how like I don't think your most streamed artist necessarily dictates your favorite artist because like I be listening to Kenny Mason all the time. Like I fucking listen to him all the time when I'm in the shower, when I'm like walking around town or whatever. But I can't really sit down with the Kenny Mason album. There's Angelic Hoodrat, or there's some albums that are like really interesting and like conceptual, but they're not the types of albums that I think require like deep listening to really fully understand. Like you can just they're direct. You just get them. It's like a Playboy Cardi album. Like it's fire, it gets you up, it amps you up, or even like 2090, like the fucking what was the Yeet album called? Was it like 2099?
2090 something. Yeah.
2090 something, yeah. It's fucking fire. I love it, but it isn't like something you gotta think too deep about.
See, I agree with you in the sense of like you might listen to something. I get what you're saying, but my response to that and why I can't agree in the sense is like in the simplest terms, if you dumb it down, you listen to Kenny Mason a lot more.
I do.
Like in the simplest terms, it just comes down to you listen to artists more. Why did you do that? Why did you click on his music more than somebody else's music?
I
And
mean,
it's not like every time you're thinking, oh, this is background music time, this is serious music time. Most of the time you're just scrolling looking for a good song that you want to listen to.
not really actually. For me, it's moments where I'm like,
Let me put it for the average listener, at least. Like the average listener, when they go on their
yeah.
Spotify and they're going to listen to music, they want to listen to something they like, obviously. Like they're not going on there to listen to something they don't like.
Well, nah, exactly. But that's the issue.
So,
though.
like,
Like the
theoretically, if you
closed-mindedness.
listen to something repeatedly, you do like it.
I mean, yeah, of
But
course
I
you
could
fuck with
see,
it.
I
If
could
it's
see the difference of you saying, I appreciate the artistic, ability behind this project or this artist more. But I would still say like for me, my example, I don't remember what my exact people were, but like, let's say Eat was number 1 or something, or like Rifa was my number 1. I think you guys probably don't even know who that is. It's just random underground
Not
artist that I
really.
listened to like 5 songs on over and over and over and repeat because I loved those 5 songs. And then there's, you know, Mike's 4 places below it, and I've listened to 5 albums from this guy. They're fantastic albums that I listen to on repeat over and over, but I happen to listen to those 5 songs more than those 5 albums. So in my head, it's like I can get it because I appreciate the artistic capability of the guy I listened to the 5 albums of less, but I also can appreciate the fact that I did listen to those 5 songs over and over and over, whether it was like driving, sitting down. Like, the fact is, I did listen to it because I did like it.
Well, yeah.
I don't know. I get it's definitely a perspective thing at the end of the day, because it's either you listen to what you like more, or you simply, like, I get your savor kind of point of view, where it's like I only listen to it when I want to indulge and enjoy the lyricism and the content.
Yeah, I mean, I think a lot of people.
I don't think there's a right or a
differently,
wrong
yeah.
way, basically, is all I'm trying to say.
Yeah. Exactly.
You
Like,
can
you can
view it
listen to
either
all kinds
way.
of shit. I mean, for me, it's just that it's more like when it's like really, really dense art, like a fucking Ethel Cain album, or like an ambient album in general, some stuff like that. Like when it's something that's dense to listen to, or
Now, I will publicly say you did a little too much talking for the guy not even being in your top 5. All right.
I mean,
5
I'm just
artists,
defending
brother,
him.
5 of them. I don't know.
I did not listen to that much this year. I mean,
I'm
for
just
me,
gonna
more
put it out there. I did
there's-
have Drake in my top 5.
You did, but I mean, for me, like it's heavy art. So for me, when I listen to those things, I can't just be listening to it casually. Like I stop and I say, okay, now when I'm sitting down, now is the moment I listen to this shit. Yeah, I know. But I mean, yeah, for me, Kendrick, like GNX, for example, his new album.
It would be hard for him to be on your top artists unless you Dick Road, Not Like Us, or this new album.
Yeah, and that's kind of bullshit. Like I fuck with the new album. I definitely do, but I definitely don't think it's on par with something more as ambitious as like a Mr. Morale or a Pimp a Butterfly. Like, of course not.
And compared to like a Drake, like that's easy to get on your top 5 because the dude drops every other fucking.
Yeah, I mean more than that, like Drake just makes more, I guess, plain music, if I can say. Like Drake's music.
Yeah, but it's no
just for everybody.
He drops more consistently, so like the chances of you listening to more Drake is more likely, unless you're only into that specific project from Kendrick.
Yeah.
So I could definitely see being more likely too. But
one thing I could argue though is that Kendrick's music is more staying power than Drake's, because people still fucking listen to music off of Good Kid, Mad City. I don't see anybody that much listening to some music for one of his earliest albums. Like from If You're Reading This, It's Too Late. Not that many people are still listening to his shit. Not that much. Like,
still, I got some Drake classics on my list.
No, I mean, still listening. Yeah,
the majority.
Spoken about. If we're talking like popularity or like depth to it, or people that are still like really, really actively putting those things in the conversation. Like To Pimp a Butterfly is still like talked about. Like his other albums are still talked.
0 to 100.
What was that? 0 to 100. Yeah, I mean. It's talked about still, like same
a bunch of classic, bro.
Back to back as well, or fucking Jungle, like those are.
Yeah, this is an endless conversation because I could sit here and name like 20 classics.
I could name you 20 Kendrick classics though. That's the thing. It's just
it's true.
They're fucking bangers. They all have songs that go hard. I guess. Oh fuck! Hold up. Some shit just popped up on my computer. What the fuck? Okay, never mind. I got it.
Like what they like and appreciate the art.
At the end of the day, art is art.
I got one question left of the music, and then we'll transition to
let's go
art here. Transition, no liberal. Do you know what I'm saying? Let's go. What are the biggest sacrifices you've made for your music career?
Biggest sacrifices. I mean, honestly, I feel like for my entire life, my literal main only focus has always been just music. Like I only have music. Like there's no other shit I do that I think I'm pretty solid at, more aside from my music. Like I keep aside from obviously my relationship and my homies, I guess the only thing those are the only other things that I care about as much as I care about my music. But like I don't feel like
So I guess you could
sacrificed anything
say
because
the biggest sacrifice is your free time to indulge in other hobbies.
I'd say yeah, I'd say that. More than that, I'd say school definitely. Because I always prioritize my music over all else. Like my music will always be my priority because that's what I love doing. That's what
It does help that
I
you're
feel
going to
like.
school for music, though, right?
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah, I
I'm
mean
not
that's
really
gotta help
going.
a bit.
The school I go to isn't really helping me for the music I make because I'm a classically trained pianist. Like my whole life since I was the fucking 5 years old, piano, like classical piano, fucking Bach, Mozart, that shit. You know, the classics. And so I'm in a school now that still does that shit. So it's still classical harmony, it's classical music, classical piano, classical French horn. I got the chance to do some jazz shit this year, but it's all classical. So it doesn't really help me move forward with the type of shit that I'm doing. But I've really had to sacrifice, I guess, things like my grades, things like the amount of focus I could really put into stuff. Because if I put the time in, I could like study really, really well and all that shit. But I consider honestly my music and the shit I do with that way more valuable than like wasting time studying something that I can just kind of half study for the day of and get a passing grade and that's it. Like, because at the end of the day, the job I want to do with music and the job I'm determined to do with music doesn't really require me to like study that much. It's something you just pick up, like being a producer, being a mixing engineer. There's places where you can study, but there's fucking mixing engineers at like big theaters where my mom worked at that never even went to fucking high school, and they have like really, really prestigious positions. So like, I don't think going to high school and studying this shit and putting attention there where I could be putting a lot more work in my music. Like, I think putting the attention into my music over putting the attention on school is something that is a sacrifice I've had to make, definitely. But I don't really consider it that big of a sacrifice. I just think it's putting focus where my future is actually at.
That's fair. Time to travel outside the studio.
We are
How would you
outside.
describe your nearly ended childhood?
My nearly ended childhood.
You're 17 or 18?
I'm pretty much 18. Like I got like 1 or 2 months left.
Yeah, so you're almost over childhood.
Yeah, almost over.
How would you describe that? Was it good? Was it bad?
I mean, I think I spent pretty much most of it in my own head, like not really actually living it. Kind of just always in my head, always thinking, always thinking. I'd say always in my head, always plotting what I would want to do. Always, I guess, fighting against whatever shit I had going on. So I feel like I missed out on a lot of childhood stuff because I was too busy in my head.
That's fair. I feel the same as far as like I was always thinking what I'm gonna do, what's next. But like I don't know if I missed out on much, I should say. But I will say after becoming, an adult and being done with school, it's weird transitioning to just full-time work and then free time, but it's so awesome. Like just being able to have income to invest in the music. And it's like, it feels as bad as school. Don't get me wrong. Working is usually ass, no matter where you do it. Like, even if you like your job, I don't care what you say, work is ass. Like, work usually fucking sucks unless you're a millionaire. Like, you're doing stuff that you normally wouldn't, unless you're getting paid for it. Like, even in your field, like if you were making classical music and getting paid for it, like, yeah, you're making music, but like probably not the music you would want to do for 8 hours. Like, it's not ideal. Anyways, the investment money is nice and it's just as shitty as school, but you get paid for it. So it's like, it's worth the same as like spending that time that you would be at school, but now you're getting paid for it. And then when you leave, you still get to do music and whatever else that you're normally doing.
I'm fucking ready, honestly. I'm as soon as I'm fucking done.
All the bills that come with it, that sucks. But
what was that?
Other than all the bills that come with it.
Yeah, that's
That's not obviously a fun part of anything, but yeah. If you could travel anywhere in the world right now, free of charge, where are you going and why? The why is important. I don't want to hear it's nice weather. I want something like this is the best place for offshore banking. Give me something good.
Let me see. Honestly, maybe either Sweden.
Okay.
My girl went there earlier, like a few months ago, and she really said it was beautiful and sent me a bunch of pictures. I don't know. It's kind of where I'm thinking of living in the future because of how like the income is really good there. The income to tax ratio, from what I understand, it's a pretty solid place to live in. I'd just go there, I guess, to check it out, but maybe just also to check it out, I'd see about LA because LA is just the center of music and the center of all, I'd say, shit going on in the US when it comes to like art. But it's fucking chaotic. Like
it is true for music, but like I don't know if I could get past the chaos of it.
Yeah, me neither. I'm fucking living in the US in general. I think within like the next 10 years, y'all are gonna have a full blown revolution and it's all gonna be fucked.
Or you'll be able to come to our 51st state, Canada.
Maybe. God, that's so fucking stupid. Like bro said, you know, maybe we might.
I'm not gonna lie, bro. If I could, oh my god, it'd be so huge, bro. If that happened, we'd be able to buy land in Canada so cheap up north. I'd be gone. I'd have a rural homestead somewhere in northern Canada where it's always snowy.
You just do that
shit. I'd be out of here, bro.
Nah, but still, yeah, like the US.
So much to as a colonizer, it makes me very excited because
as a colonizer,
it's new land for exploring. We love exploring, bro. Come on.
We're in those fucking buckle hats and shit.
Imagine going through the North Pole. Woo!
A new civilization that ethnically cleansed.
Down.
You see those beautiful mountains? We need us a Walmart right there.
I'm not gonna lie, it would be a little cool. Also, Greenland, just give it to us, dude. We'll give you a nice amount.
Nobody needs it. Like, what are they doing in Greenland?
If we send our navy over there to capture it, is the Danish government gonna stop us? So it's either free, or you take the money and we buy it. Which will it be?
I mean,
what do they have? 3 boats over in where Denmark? That's the name of them. I couldn't even remember the name of their country for a second. That's how irrelevant they are to me, Dave.
I think that's where like Inuits live. Is that where fucking Inuits live in Greenland? I think that like those are the only people you'd be bothering.
And it's like 50,000 people, dude, in one city. It's such a small, like it's a huge place, but like most of it's unlivable. So
yeah, you just fucking the US could just use that shit from their military bases.
Think of all the beautiful space for the immigrants to start their new life. It's really a prosperous opportunity for everybody.
The transition from living in hot ass Mexico.
We send them there with their burqa and a fresh winter coat.
Hot ass South America all the way to fucking Jesus Christ to Greenland.
Yeah, that would be awful. I couldn't even imagine.
Nah. Y'all already treating immigrants like shit. Imagine sending them off to Greenland, bro.
At least it's green like 1 month of the year or some shit.
Nah. They call it Greenland like fucking prank.
Wait a minute. But with climate change, it's going to be paradise in like 10 years, dude.
Oh, yeah.
You guys aren't thinking ahead here. That's why we want it. Why do you think we want this shit?
Just go to Antarctica at this point. Just buy off.
Y'all are going to flood and we're just going to move. Okay.
Yeah, Italy's not going to exist anyway because we're down on the coast, so we're getting flooded too. They got like one little bitty piece of the boot and that's it.
You enjoy Malta while it's there, bud.
You enjoy Malta while it's there. Tell the Spaniards to enjoy Ibiza while it's there.
That's true.
That's
how do you balance your professional life or your personal life, not your professional life, your personal life with your professional career, which right now I guess would be school and music.
I mean,
how do you balance spending so much time not doing what you like and then having a little bit of free time?
I mean, I guess you could say I don't. Like, when it comes to when it comes to
Balance.
like when it comes to like balancing school and music, like I said, like I'll put the work in to get passing grades and everything, but I'll always prioritize my music above everything else in my life. Like the only things that I prioritize alongside my music are probably my relationship and my friends. But sometimes, like I won't go out with like one homie. I don't think any of my homies are gonna watch this. Maybe not. Like it depends on when you're dropping it, but it's in English, so they might not understand. But like sometimes, like I be ghosting people because I'm so like focused on music, just so focused on working like
Yeah,
constructing some track and everything that I'll
I
fucking
will tell you,
disappear.
bro. As I feel that exact same way, and it's only going to get worse after school. So like, you better break the habit right away, or like be ready for a life of solitude, because it is like I feel the same way. I just grind music, and I love it. Like I love grinding music and working on
It's
music,
rewarding,
my
yeah.
website, and all the shit that I like doing. But it's like I don't get the same amount of invites to stuff as I used to. And like you don't see that yet because you still see these people at school and you still like see them in passing. You know what I mean?
I mean, I'd say
But,
I'm
like,
lucky because with a lot of my homies, like they're connected to my music. Like my closest friends are also my bandmates. Like we were friends before we formed the band. We just all happened to make music that connected to each other. So for that, I guess I don't have to worry about
it
balancing
just
it.
gets a lot harder once you all have your own different job schedules, and
Yeah,
it's like it'll just it'll be the same as it is now, just less hanging out.
yeah. It's something I'm trying to break out of already, but it gets difficult, because like this I would really like I would sacrifice I consider it living my life in favor of the music. Like that's my purpose. That's the one thing I'm here to do in my opinion. So I think it's sacrificing things like I don't know, like school or whatever shit for the music. I consider it a valid sacrifice. But I don't really want to sacrifice my friendships, especially not my relationship for fucking music. Like I love making music and everything, but it's not the only thing in the world. So it's something I do gotta balance better, definitely, I'd say.
That's fair. What is a book or movie you'd recommend to viewers?
I mean, if you make music, I'd say Rick Rubin's book. I think it's called. Hold up, I have it right here. I'm gonna pull it up real quick. Yep, this fucking book right here.
Okay.
The Creative Act by Rick Rubin. It's
Creative
called.
Act by Rick Rubin.
It's like a deep analysis into like the creative act, like the process of creating, the way creativity functions, and it's not really it's kind of like a tutorial, I guess you could say, a step-by-step tutorial as to how to live your life in a creative way, like based on your creativity. And it can be creativity in any sense, like from music to painting to even just like the way you drive, the way you walk down the street. It's like
Interesting.
it helps you really help me, I guess, open myself up to all kinds of inspiration, and to like it really helps you create better music because it allows you to dig deep into how an artist creates and how you can live your life more in favor of that creation. It's really good at creating. It's really good. Like it's a fire ass book, thick one too. So
I'm gonna add it to my list of potential reads. I'm not gonna lie though, dude. Ever since I started liking books a couple weeks ago or a month ago, I started reading. I'm halfway through this book right now. It's called The
ooh,
Fifth Science
the
by
fifth
a
science,
YouTuber named Exerbia. He's the
Exerbia.
it's the philosophical turtle that I send you
Oh shit,
guys.
yeah, I know that guy.
So
I do.
he's an author too. He writes books, and I bought his newest book, The Fifth Science, and it's a collection of short stories in the format that he does his YouTube videos, basically.
Mm-hmm.
Super good, like super weird but
I'm gonna add
unique.
that shit up too.
Yeah, it's super weird, super unique. He's got a few books out, but the one I bought was the most recent one, The Fifth Science, and that's what I would recommend right now. But I've got like 25 other books probably on my shelf that I have to read that like people just keep giving me books that they finish and they're like, dude, you should read this. And I'm like, fuck, I will. It's like I can't read as fast as people are giving me new books.
It's hard,
like,
bro.
I'm drowning, bro. But I will eventually, hopefully, check that book out.
I found it right here, The Fifth Science.
It's very interesting. It's kind of sci-fi-esque in all the short stories. Like they're all sci-fi-esque, but it's I mean, you've seen his videos, obviously. It's just a really unique, weird way of storytelling. And I messed with it a lot, so I wanted the book to see how similar it was. And it definitely is. Like it's
check that shit out.
Hard to follow sometimes, but it's good.
Got her another fire book. Have you heard of Cormac McCarthy?
Cormac McCarthy.
You might know him like from The Road, or No Country for Old Men, or The Road.
Yeah, I mean I've seen I saw the teasers for the movie. If that's based off the book.
Yeah, it's based off the book. He's like one of those books like that you got to read in school and everything. But he has this really, really fire like Western, very like gory, gritty book called Blood Meridian. That one's pretty fucking fire too. If you're into like stories and I guess gritty stuff, it isn't that long a book too. If you're
I don't have like I'm not picky on books. Like I just like reading. I feel like it, as far as going back to the creativity thing, inspiring my creativity is just reading and doing stuff that doesn't involve a screen. I find that I like when I read and I'm like using my creative imagination. It helps me in music too, because I don't like things just come easier when you're used to using your imagination more often. So
it improves your writing.
Definitely a good way to do it. Yeah.
Hell yeah. Yeah, I totally resonate with that as well. Like it's something that really, really improves like your connection to yourself as well. Right. When you be on your computer the whole day, you just kind of end up zombifying.
Don't get me wrong. Like, I have to be on my computer most of the day for like work and doing music, and there's stuff that requires us to have these screens in front of us, which is kind of the blessing and the curse. Like you got to just use the technology when you have to, obviously.
Yeah.
But like I'll catch myself fucking scrolling through YouTube Shorts or Instagram Reels for like 40 minutes at a time.
Bro, this YouTube Shorts.
It's like, okay, pause, hold up. We need to get out of here. It's like I try and limit it to about an hour a day, which is when I send it in the group chat. You'll get a couple in the morning, a couple at night, and maybe a couple in the middle of the day during my lunch break. But it's like I try and keep it like I'll notice that I'm just going and going and going, and it's like, all right, dude, it's like time to get on.
It's an issue also because like if you want to get actually a following and grow, you have to you have to
be constantly recording yourself. You have to be replying to people's posts. You have to be commenting on stuff. It's like you constantly have to be on it. Yeah, it's awful. It's a blessing and a curse, an evil, but it kind of has to be there, I guess. Final question, as far as outside the studio, what's the next skill or field that you want to learn?
Maybe painting.
I respect that. That's my next endeavor as well.
That's your next endeavor
for Christmas.
Oh shit! Yeah, we're getting into that. Both. Yeah, we're both diving into that. We're both diving deep into painting. I don't know. Maybe like abstract shit. I'm into like abstract paintings, really weird things. Those are kind of my favorites. I fuck with like traditional painting, or it's like whatever, like landscapes or whatever. But I kind of prefer the weird shit because it makes you think more. Like when you look at it.
I mainly want to do the landscapes, like nature stuff, while I'm camping. I want to like paint while I'm camping, just because I feel like that'd be a really embracing experience. But I could definitely see myself doing some abstract stuff down the road. I just don't have like the nature stuff inspires me more right now.
Yeah, that's cool too. Definitely, the landscapes are really, really beautiful because they can be really immersive. Also,
I guess I just like why I want to learn painting is just I want to make my own art for my house. That's a big reason. Is like I want to be able to decorate my house with all of my shit or artists that I like. Like how I'm doing music and collecting music. Like I want to each piece in my house I want to have a little story or a meaning behind it. I don't want it to just be some shit I found at Walmart.
Yeah.
So
that's definitely a valid reason. You could use them as
All right.
artworks too for your tracks and shit.
It's time to get deep.
Deep,
We
deep.
finally made it.
We
How do you
going
find
deep.
purpose in your life?
How do I what?
Find purpose and meaning in your life.
I don't. There is
Bitch, I don't. I just make music.
exactly like there is no. I don't think there is such a thing as a purpose. Or
Yeah, you're still young enough to not know purpose and meaning of life yet.
No,
So
I mean,
it's
I
still
think-
good. I mean, I don't fully understand it either, but we'll
I
all
don't think
understand one
there's
day.
like a purpose. Like I don't think people.
Well, that
are
might be
here
the
for a
purpose.
reason.
That can be a purpose. Is that there is no
Why
purpose.
does there have to be?
Well, the purpose is there's no purpose.
What do you
The
mean?
purpose is to exist. Is to
Yeah.
be.
I think people apply purpose because they feel like the pressure of existing with nothing. Like we're literally.
And I do actually agree with that. I think like people need a reason to live. If you don't have anything to live for, what the fuck is the point? And a lot of people will bash religions and all this stuff, but like for a lot of people that don't have hobbies and shit, religion is awesome because religion keeps them in a social circle where they have like-minded people that they can hang out and talk with because they don't have like the creative hobbies like painting or you know what I mean. So it's like it's nice to have like these give purpose to people. And it doesn't have to be that, obviously. Like you don't have to have religion be your purpose, but I feel like purpose is super important. Like people that just wake up and they don't know what they want to do or like they don't have anything to accomplish, what's the point?
Yeah, I mean,
Even if your
especially with
purpose is like
religion.
making others happy, like that's a good purpose too. Spending time with your family, that's a great purpose. Either way, purpose is important, I think.
I agree. It's important, I guess, to find one for yourself, but I don't agree with the idea of like some, I guess, a divine being giving you a purpose or destiny and whatever shit. Like, no.
Yeah, I don't think there's one like collective purpose for us, but I think it's important that everybody figures out what their purpose is because just existing is not like that's why people complain so much. They don't have enough going on in their life to fucking, you know what I mean? Like bitching, like if I'm bitching and moaning about the TV not working, is it real? Like,
is that big of a deal?
Maybe I don't have real issues going on if that's what's pissing me off.
Like,
you know what I'm saying? Because I don't know. You just think about stuff like that, and it's like a lot of silly stuff like that.
Yeah, a lot of small things. That's the thing. Like a lot of people dive so deep into like I think that's the reason why there's so much hate in the world also in general. Like people have so many like especially with like the hate against immigrants or even like things like transphobia, homophobia and everything. Like why the fuck are you worrying about other people in that way? Like what the fuck are you worrying about? How do these things cause you problems? Don't you have your own shit you should be worrying about? Like with religion especially like you said about giving you a purpose. Yeah, with like religion I guess is an easy way to deal especially with a lot of pain that you have. Like if you're somebody that has a lot of like guilt, a lot of pain that they're working through, a lot of trauma, bringing a third party into it, bringing a third person into this relationship you have with yourself, the presence of God, the presence of whatever the fuck, like that helps you, I guess, move out of yourself and dedicate yourself to some greater thing in that way. Honestly, though, I think humans were never meant to be conscious, like animals were never meant to be conscious. Like I strongly believe that our consciousness is a fluke of evolution. Like it's just this thing that happened because there's no other creature on earth that it's actually conscious, like in the way that we are, at least as far as we know. And I think that a lot of problems, a lot of the massive amount of our issues come from the fact that our minds are too complicated, more complicated than what we're supposed to be, I guess. And we live in an environment that continuously becomes more complex. And we just have
that second thing you said is the crucial detail, the society becoming more complex because people didn't have time to worry about shit when it was just wake up, figure out what you're going to hunt to eat today.
Yeah.
And then fucking celebrate with the family that you caught something to eat and survive another day.
Exactly. I was worrying about not dying. Now that we don't have to worry about it, and it's all so easy. Like eating is so easy for most people that have money, I guess.
And which is great. Like that things are so conveniently and easily given to us, but you almost have to appreciate like the sacrifice of how simple that life was. Like, yeah, it was brutal and it was rough, but they literally just woke up and spent every day with the homies.
Yeah, that's the thing. You weren't worrying about like
homies, you got to meet some women occasionally. Like,
just
that's
chill.
just how you live.
Just jacked off, took a shit on the floor wherever you needed to. You're chilling.
Yeah, and I don't know. There's part of me that like yearns for that simplicity and like the routine of like, even if it is simple, of just waking up, farming, going to bed. Like that seems so beautiful, so beautifully simple that you're just entwined with nature, and that's as simple as it gets. You get to enjoy whatever you want throughout the day.
Definitely, it's the beauty that's just kind of been lost nowadays because the people that get so.
But it is also like not possible for us to all do that. Like if we all lived rural nomadic lives, like it'd be fucking chaos.
I mean, society, society would just kind of collapse. I think we would just be more simple. That's the thing. Like I feel like a lot of things would be better, especially like I feel like humanity would be way more connected, because like even dealing with things like environmental issues, like I think that if like there were way less people on Earth, I guess, and things were way more simple, there weren't things like the internet. Also, I feel like climate crisis would be so much, I guess, so much more easily managed, because I feel like if people had a mentality as they had like long time ago, like nowadays the planet is literally heating up to the point where within the next 30 years, 40 years, realistically, max, maybe even 100 years, I guess, if we're lucky, things could erupt into total fucking chaos. And scientists have been telling people for years. The governments haven't done shit to fix it. And people are even doubting that the climate crisis is real. You got fucking people denying climate change. And that's all because of stupid people having their ideas propagated. When I feel like a long time ago, the one dumbass monkey who'd be like, I think it's fake. They just fucking send his ass down a cave or whatever shit and deal with the problem. You get what I mean? Like, there's a whole album by Viagra Boys that talks about shit like that.
To a point, like I wouldn't deny the people that completely deny that the climate changes, they're dumb. Now, I would agree that the climate changing being a natural concurrent part of life, that is more citable. Like I would agree more with that. And I have nothing against those that, think factories are making the earth warmer. I'm sure it is. But in the realistic sense, I feel like shit has happened for probably hundreds of thousands of millions of years. Like if we, for example, if we take the Noah Ark situation out of the Bible as truth, or like all these civilizations report huge floods or like different things, like them cutting back on their carbon footprint wasn't going to do shit. Like those dinosaurs weren't going to recycle and stop an asteroid shower from blowing their shit up. So part of me thinks like this is just kind of a natural part of life, and this is something we're experiencing. And yeah, we could be contributing, but like we also don't know shit. Like as much as we don't know shit about the earth or what happens.
That's true.
You know what I mean? Like this could have happened 20,000 years ago, and we're just the first conscious beings to experience it.
Maybe.
Like, what if it was a bunch of lizards the last time?
They just adapted to the heat, I guess.
Let's talk about it. I don't know. All I'm getting at is I don't know. Nobody knows. So really, nobody's wrong per se yet. But to deny that the climate changes is crazy. Like it definitely gets colder, it gets warmer, shit happens, shit changes. Like that is a part of life. But I'm not totally sold that like we're the sole contributing factor to the planet being ruined. I think if anything, like we could be contributing, but I don't like either way. I think the planet's going to warm up regardless. You know what I'm saying? Like it's just, it's going to happen, dude. That's my take.
Day, we just got to try living our lives the best we can, I guess. Try just
And
focus
really,
on being
if
fucking
we're gonna-
happy.
Like,
bro.
if we want to solve climate crisis, we need to just shut India and China down, and then there wouldn't be any fucking
I mean,
climate
I don't know
crisis
about
as
that.
far as- have you seen like the Indian smog rating and shit? Like, those places do not give a fuck about the climate, dude. Like, as much as people say the US doesn't care about climate, like India, Mexico, China, Bangladesh, like these places don't
They
give
also-
a fuck, bro. They like, if we don't care, they really don't care. And that's just how it
The
is.
U.S. also,
Like, who's
honestly,
gonna make
especially with
China
fucking-
stop?
I mean, especially with the fucking oil lobbyists and everybody, like a lot of politicians who don't believe in climate change are just gonna make shit worse because they need the factories to keep making all of their fucking money, and they need to keep satisfying the oil lobbyists, so they keep getting their fucking private jets and shit like that. So
All I think is China doesn't have a liberal party getting into office to say, yeah, we're gonna scrub the air. It's just some guy named Xi Jinping that says, yeah, we'll do our best. And then
we'll do our best.
You know what I'm saying? Like, these people do not give a fuck. Like, maybe the US cares less than others. Probably true. Likely true. But I think the worst actors, like if China and India and like half these fucking Asian countries were held to account on their emissions, like there'd be a huge difference. Because out of all the contributing, like, think of how much shit China makes in its factory. Everybody buys shit for China. It's just like, this is the reality. And it's not like people can't look up pictures and videos of like what's going on in the air quality of these places. So I don't know, man. That's crazy.
I mean, the same goes though with the U.S. and their fucking oil rigs and shit. Like,
but there's no. All I'm getting at is like,
ecosystems.
there's cities in the U.S. that are like smog level, like you can't see through the fucking. You know what I mean? Like you get one in like California occasionally if it's like super warm and shit. But like, it's never. Oh yeah, you can't see in this part of the state, or
and the health conditions are crazy too in those countries.
Yeah.
My God, it's really really bad there.
They got it fucked up over there. Anyways, back to the point here. What are 3 of your core values?
Core values. I guess I try not to judge people. In general, like I know I probably fail a lot, just like we all do, I guess, but I try not to judge people. I try to appreciate things in general, I guess. I mean, the whole concept of having values is something I've thought about a lot. In general, I'd say the main value that I kind of live my life based on when it comes to other people is that if what you're doing isn't hurting anybody, then who am I to judge? Like, who am I to say anything at the end of the day? And then I'd say the other value I guess I have towards other people is people can change, but I can't make them change.
Valid.
So I'd say those two in general. So like if somebody
Sorry, go ahead.
No, I mean if somebody is living their life in a way that's like negatively affecting you and everything, like I don't know, it's kind of just basic shit, but just get the fuck out of my life because I can't do anything to change you. I'll tell you that what you're doing is negatively affecting me or negatively affecting the people I care about. But nothing I can do will make you change in that way. Like at the end of the day, they will need to notice on their own.
That's true. It's a valid point. What final question for diving deep, and then we'll move on. What is the legacy that you want to leave behind?
I mean,
you're a little too young to probably like have it figured out, because I don't even have it fucking figured out. And
I don't even
know. However
I'm
much
not,
older.
I just want to be remembered as, I guess, somebody. I mean, I guess definitely for my music and my art. But just, I don't know. I just kind of want to be a chill person that people can just feel themselves with. I don't really care about being remembered forever or whatever bullshit. Like, I don't care about being famous. I care about having enough money that I can be happy and the people around me are happy. I guess comfortable from that point of view. So I guess just not being a dick, I'd say.
Fair. I wish everybody was legally required to write a book about their life
Everybody was really.
before they passed away. Because
Who the fuck would read them shits?
Bro, imagine how fucking cool it would be to be a kid on your 18th birthday and you inherit grandma and grandpa's life story.
That is pretty
like
badass.
I don't know. Like to me, it sounds awesome. Like I would enjoy. I love reading, so why not read about like a story about my family member? I don't know. It does seem like
It could
a
be
really
great,
cool
yeah.
idea. As much as I mean, a lot of people are too illiterate to fucking probably even write a book, but
Yeah.
I'm just putting it out there. It would be cool to like be able to read through the history of your family. And
Like
people
a 2-hour
make
audio
that,
gap.
but obviously people aren't required to do it.
Yeah.
But you get
It could be a
the
great
point.
thing, definitely.
The next segment we have for you, it's the first game here.
Here we go.
Sink or swim.
Hmm.
I'm going to name an artist, and you're going to tell me if they sink or if they swim.
Let's fucking go.
I think it's self-explanatory what they each mean. Young Thug.
I mean, definitely swim.
Suicide Boys.
Swim.
Lil Wayne.
Swim.
Tyler, the Creator.
Swimming.
SZA.
Swimming. They all swimming so far.
I know. I already know which way this one's going. Kenny Mason.
Swimming.
T Grizzly.
Swimming.
Beyonce.
Swimming.
We're gonna end your reign here. Yeet.
Swimming.
Hey.
They of course he's swimming. Come on, the fuck. That album was insane.
Dro Kenji.
Come on. Dro Kenji, he's swimming too. He's pretty
Okay.
fire.
Flawless 10 out of 10. They're all swimming.
I
Who's
fuck with
winning
them
the
all.
race though?
I mean, Suicide Boys are insane. Like, I fucking love them. I love Tyler. Obviously, SZA's insane. Wayne, obviously. I'd say
they're all like banger people.
Yeah, I mean, personal enjoyment. Beyonce, I fuck with her, but I do think her like newest or country album was a bit like she's good, but I don't think she's that great. I'd say Suicide Boys off of personal enjoyment. I fucking love
Okay.
it.
I fuck with it. The next thing we've got going on. It's a good one.
What's this about to be?
You know this one. Are you smarter than a dolphin, Dave?
Oh nah. I'm scared, bro. I don't know shit about trivia stuff.
Okay. This is
Let's
quick
go.
answers. There's not actually 10 questions, though. There's only 5. It's just a prank. So the first one is quick, rapid responses, all right? First one.
All right.
True or false? Sharks are older than trees in terms of evolutionary history.
True.
True or false? Bioluminescence is a chemical reaction that allows deep-sea creatures to produce light.
I'd say true.
Dolphins communicate using clicks, whistles, and body movements.
Yeah. Think so.
And finally, the Great Barrier Reef is located off the coast of South Africa.
No fucking idea. I think no, though. I think no.
Perfect score.
I got them shits right.
True.
Fuck
False.
Dolphins. No shit. The last one was false.
Yeah. You said false, though, didn't you? You said
Oh
no.
yeah. I thought you meant that I got it wrong.
Yeah, no, perfect score.
Fuck yeah.
All right, that was easy money, man. You're making fucking 10 look like
Make
shit.
it 0.003 cents.
Okay, and now it's time for the final and favorite segment. This can go as long as we want it to go. I'm just going to share with you the breaking news in the underwater happenings of the oceanic world.
The fucking Italy sinks into the ocean. The whales are breeding. They're still. What the fuck is this?
Okay, so lately, what's been going on? Here's a news headline for you. Sharks raised in chimeras facing extinction. A comprehensive global report by over 300 scientists reveals that sharks raised in chimeras are overfished and heading toward extinction.
I mean,
how does that make you feel?
Damn.
That's
I'm
a pretty
feeling
like
bad for the
extensive
sharks.
list. Sharks raise, and that's quite a bit of animals.
Damn. I mean, I love the ocean, so I'm sad them sharks getting murked, I guess.
All I know is that shark shit's a fucking European thing, I think, dude, or an Asian thing. I don't know.
I mean, there's people.
We don't be fishing for that shit, you know.
There's people in Iceland who be fishing for sharks. Definitely. There's like this weird shark thing they eat there, where like I think you gotta dig a hole in the ground, leave the shark there. You gotta piss on it. You gotta hang it up and let it dry.
You gotta piss on it.
You gotta piss on it. It's like part of the process, bro. It's crazy because it's poisonous, and the only way to get the poison out is by like pissing on it and letting it dry out or leaving it in the sun to rot. I don't fucking know.
That sounds like crazy work.
Iceland was crazy because when they first got there wasn't shit to eat, like just those poisonous ass frogs. The frogs.
And natives.
What am I saying? Poisonous ass sharks.
Poisonous ass sharks and natives.
No natives, bro. No natives at all. There's nothing in Iceland. Like, it's all
Native
just volcanoes. I think there was like no trees even or some crazy shit like that. It sucks ass. It's really beautiful.
Yeah, you know, I want to go there, but I couldn't like live there by any means. Yeah.
You need your
the discovery of a massive coral colony in the Solomon Islands was recently found. Apparently, it's measuring approximately 34 to 32 fucking meters. Pretty big.
I guess that's quite big.
I don't know. You should know a meter better than me, buddy, Mr. Europe. I don't even know what a fucking meter is, all right?
What the fuck is a kilometer?
Apparently, it's centuries old, and is the largest individual known coral colony visible from even space.
Shit, centuries old, and they just found it now. Slow ass.
That's what I'm saying, dude. We don't know shit about the Earth.
The ocean, I think, is like we know less about the ocean than we know about space. Like some crazy shit like that. Like 95 of the Earth's water is like unexplored or some crazy shit.
Well, get this. They just unveiled over 100 new deep sea creatures just recently. They just recently found these motherfuckers.
What are they called?
A deep sea expedition off the coasts of Chile and Peru has uncovered more than 100 previously unknown marine species. The findings include new species of deep sea corals, glass sponges, sea urchins, and other organisms.
I don't know about them, but I know fuckers in Boston would eat them shits.
100 newbies just off the coast, dude. They said, let's dig down. Let's see if there's stuff down here. And sure enough, shit they've never seen before. Isn't that crazy?
How many of them you think people in Boston are going to turn into fucking gumbo ingredients or some crazy shit? People down here in Italy would be fucking eating them shits raw and alive.
I can't see. Oh, jeez. Yo, glass sponge. You want to see this shit? It's pretty.
Yeah, hell yeah. Let me see this bitches.
Let me pull up this glass sponge real quick. I just gotta share my screen.
Let me see.
Come on. Oh, come on. Here we go.
The fuck is that?
Glass sponge, dude.
Damn. That's pretty trippy.
Imagine eating one of those. You think you'd trip?
God, I think it'd be I think it'd be like a kind of crunchy or something.
This shit's gotta taste good, bro.
That shit looks fire. Come on. It's like
drizzle some chocolate over that motherfucker.
Drizzle some what?
Some chocolate?
Yeah, bro. Totally. Like they're fucking strawberry. What the fuck is that? Jesus Christ. Say what you want, but ocean creatures, some ocean creatures be ugly.
That's all I'm saying, dude. There's some cool shit.
There is some fire shit. There's some freaking Lovecraftian eldritch creatures down there, bro.
Ocean is fucking crazy, man. There's a lot of shit that we don't know yet. We'll find out.
So beautiful, though.
Maybe.
I went to Sicily this last summer, and yes, it's summer 2024, so last summer exactly. And I found like this cruise thing that we all went on, and I went like snorkeling underwater, really, really fucking deep. Shit is scary. Like at least for me, but seeing it super, super deep, like so deep it's like black right below me, even like looking inside the water. That shit gave me like a full blown panic.
Just waiting for something to come up and fucking.
Exactly,
Grab
bro.
you
You
by
like
the
see
legs.
this massive thing that just pulls you under. It's like, Jesus Christ.
And then what do
There's
you
like-
do in that situation other than fucking die?
There were fucking cave systems down there, and my dad was like,
Oh.
"Yo, let's check these things out. Come here, come here." Like, fuck no.
That does
Get
sound
out of my
badass.
face, bitch. No.
That does sound cool.
No.
Now the motherfuckers that be cave diving and like climbing in these really tight caves, you're fucking stupid.
No,
like
I am
dumbest
not.
hobby I've ever heard of.
I can just play Subnautica if I want that shit. I am not going underwater.
Yeah, but like not even underwater, dude. You know those fucking like cave people that like just try to go into
spelunkers.
tight spaces that they can't fucking fit
Fuck
in.
no.
Horrible,
no.
dude.
Where's
like,
the appeal?
What kind of hobby is that? Where's
Yeah,
the
I like having my lungs crushed by a massive, like fucking massive stone or whatever shit. No.
Yeah, Jason's stuck underground, upside down, 75 feet. It's like
how
fun,
fun,
bro.
I read like that fucking creepypasta. What was the creepypasta? Like the cave guy. God, it's like really famous. God, I can't remember, but I read that creepypasta like in middle school, and it gave me the shits about fucking caves. I can't even go into caves without kind of getting kind of anxious and shit. Nah.
Caves do be sus.
I don't know. Never got the appeal either.
The final news article that I have for you is the discovery of a 207-year-old whaling vessel.
What vessel? Whaling vessel?
Yes, and its partners have announced the discovery of the wreck of the 207-year-old whaling ship Industry on the bottom of the Gulf of Mexico. So remains of this two-masted wooden brig offers a window into a lesser-known chapter of American history. So a 207-year-old fucking whaling boat off the coast of the Gulf of Mexico.
I mean, good for
It's
them
kind
for
of crazy
finding
to
it.
think that anything's left, right? Like it seems like that shit should have just like dissolved by now.
Nah, what do you mean? There's a lot of like even older shit. Like there's shit from Roman times they pulled up.
I don't know. You can only go so old before like the wood is like it would have to deteriorate. Like,
do you have a picture of it?
Unless
What's it look like?
Yeah, I need to figure this out. Let me see.
I mean, there's fuckers who drank like 200-year-old bottles of wine and shit.
Let's see.
I don't know. I'm pretty sure it's cool still. Definitely not gonna get any fucking floating out of it, but it's gonna work. I think. Like it's still gonna stay there.
Here we go.
That don't look like a vessel.
Why is this even necessary to mention?
Yeah, well,
what the fuck is the point of that? This is why fucking DEI pisses people off, because they do dumb shit like this for no reason. There was no need.
Like, thank you for the information.
This is like saying a fucking
God
canine went
damn.
down there or a fucking orangutan went down there. Like nobody gives a shit as long as it's done, dude.
Yeah, like we found this. They found this boat. They were black, by the way.
Yeah, it's like, wait a minute, what? It's crazy.
Damn.
1836 shipwreck site.
Of brig
acres so
industry.
Right up here by New Orleans, it looks like.
Huh. Okay, I guess. I mean, too bad they drowned. I don't think they're still alive down there.
Yeah, there's not much left of this fucker.
How do they even know it's a fucking ship? I mean, aside from the big ass egg, how do they know it's a
that's-
whaling ship?
Oh, it's linked to a historic black leader.
From previous voyages, crew members.
Yeah, what the fuck? Hold up. While the crew list for the last voyage of Industry disappeared when the ship sank, the list of crew's previous voyages described crew members and officers as including black people, Native Americans, white people, and multiracial people. Why didn't they just put multiracial people and others?
Yeah, they could have just said.
Or just all kinds of people.
Yeah, it was like diverse crew. I mean, why they mention
Such a
it
long
in-
sentence for no reason, bro. The brig is connected to the life of Paul Coof.
Cuff.
Yeah, we're going
Coof
there
or
next.
cuff?
A mariner and entrepreneur whose father was a freed slave and mother was a Wampanoag Indian. Cuff started whaling as a teenager and rose to become a successful shipbuilder, merchant, abolitionist, philanthropist, founder of an integrated public school and among the leaders of a project to settle free black people in a new colony in Africa.
I mean,
God
that's
damn.
good.
Bro was going hard. His fucking
Yeah.
arc is crazy, bro.
Bro's crazy.
When I was
yeah,
asking you about a
Jesus.
legacy, I was expecting you to list out stuff like this.
Yeah, I want to go whaling and then help free slaves. Like,
This
Jesus
guy's fucking
Christ.
story. You could write a book about this motherfucker. I bet somebody did, bro. A
Damn.
navigator on industry and his son-in-law, Pardon Cook, was an officer on the brig and believed to have made the most whaling voyages of any black person in American history.
What's crazy is like how they figured all this shit out just from looking at that old ass ship.
Oh yeah, look at this shit. You can't tell anything.
Totally linked to that Paul Cuff guy. Totally.
Yeah, how do they fucking know, dude?
Like you can just tell, bro.
There's nothing that like makes mention that this gives like how did they figure that out?
The people that like manage to place historical items and like
somebody had a
times, it's bit
strong
crazy.
hunch, bro. That's
Bro
what they're
was
telling
like, I got me a feeling that I know what this is.
Let's see.
Damn.
It's got to say in here somewhere. The ROV hovered over the Telltale Try Works, a cast iron stove with 2 large kettles used to render whale blubber into oil.
I mean,
Measurements
so they
matched.
still got some shit. Yeah, it makes sense then.
They determined that the location.
Huh.
Interesting.
All right.
Well,
Nice boat.
can you see? Oh, you can't see this screen here. Let's pull up
Nope.
Paul Cuff real quick.
Let's see what bro looked like.
Yeah, bro's got me invested now. I'm not gonna lie.
Is that him? Is that the only picture they got of him?
God damn, this is a shitty website. Hold up.
Bro got some side profile.
Oh my god, look at this guy. Voyages.
Bro went to the Caribbean. Bro went to unknown.
Bro, what?
He was a busy guy.
He was a busy fucking guy, it looks like.
Pass him a quiddy. What kind of a
God damn!
Jesus!
Bro was sailing.
I mean, not for that long, judging based off the boat.
Bro died 1817. God damn, dude.
There's
Bro
no
with
pictures
boat
of him?
Real. This is how I want my legacy, bro. I want a website about me. You kidding me?
I'm worried we won't get to see like a good like portrait of bro. I want to see him.
Primary documents, brother.
Huh.
This is pretty cool shit, I'm not gonna lie.
Huh. There's the Cuff Proclamation.
Look how old that newspaper is.
They gave him a monument.
Oh shit.
Huh.
Bro did some shit. Let's just put it that way.
It's crazy though. Dedicating your life to like whaling and then freeing slaves is like insane.
Yeah, crazy arc there.
There's like fan art of him and that's it.
It's just people painting shit because there was no cameras at the time.
Well, yeah, no shit. I mean, like, there's no
Incredible.
paintings of him. Like,
Well,
this
this
looks
is-
like just kind of fan
These
art.
are paintings of him, apparently. Paul goes whaling. But which one's Paul? I don't see any black guys.
That guy over there got a fucked up face. Somebody drew his mom.
Paul Cuff, the top goat, stood above other goats.
He's just doing this, just staring. Got some nice cheeks.
Paul's mother. Damn, she kind of bad.
What the fuck? That looked like some weird ass baby. What the fuck is going on with their faces, bro?
Yeah, damn.
Baby looked like a bowling ball. Bro got 2 eyes and 1 mouth, and that's it.
Got a whole blog on here too.
Who's that dude? Is that like one of his?
Oh, you know, that's Horatio P. Howard.
Oh yeah, hell yeah, Horatio P. Howard. My bro Horatio.
Oh my god. All
Bro
right,
got
well,
ratio in his name.
that's all we got for y'all. So on an ending note, what do you have to tell the people?
No, listen to my music. If not, I'll come to your house and kill your entire family in front of you.
Sheesh. Your bloodline will be sacrificed.
Exactly. You
You
better.
heard the man. Go listen
You
to his
better.
music. Go check out our website because we're dropping a fucking
Oh,
update.
shit.
It's probably out already by the time you're watching this video because I'm probably gonna drop it in like 2 days. I gotta do it on
It's
the
coming.
1st.
It will be there.
It's gotta come. So yeah, that's all I got. Thanks for coming. Thanks for watching. And I bet nobody watched, but you know,
People
you did.
must
Thanks for
watch.
coming.
They better.
Yeah, you did. Thanks for coming, man.
Listen to
All
us
right.
rambling.